Evan Solomon. Evan, what can you tell us?
Well, Bill Morneau is going to resign. CTV News has confirmed that. Sources that I've been speaking to saying it's a sad day. This has been a long time coming. You and I spoke just a little while ago, and we said there's going to be less no, not more no. I didn't think it was going to come after this meeting today. I thought it would come in a shuffle. We'll find out what the reasons are. A couple things to keep in mind. Bill Morneau has always said he only wanted to be the finance minister, although he did win his seat at a time when there was no guarantee the Liberals would be in office. But since he became the finance minister, this is the job. The straw that broke the Morneau back here was clearly the $41,000 that he repaid just on the day he sat in front of the Finance Committee back to the We Charity for that family trip that he took with the We Charity that he said he didn't know about. Apparently that was so stunning, not just the fact that he didn't recuse himself from We Charity because his daughter works there. The Prime Minister has also got a recusal issue there, but it was that $41,000. And for all the good that Bill Morneau has done, and Liberals will tell you, extending CPP, a healthcare deal, making sure the money got out on things like the CERB, those are wins. His political instincts were widely seen as being tin-eared, whether it was on his villa in France or that $41,000 or trying to take away the ability to use corporations for certain small businesses. Mr. Morneau has never really had natural political instincts, and today is a very dramatic day, and the opposition will declare victory because this is a big, big body that gets thrown over the castle walls here. Let's make no mistake about it. They've lost the finance minister, and the fallout within the party, the fallout on the economy will be big. So this will be a fascinating conversation from Bill Morneau to see what he says and then what's next. But this is a big moment.
Evan, last week, the Prime Minister's office released a statement saying that the Prime Minister has full confidence in his finance minister. So what changed between now and then?
Political rhetoric is masking the fact that in politics, for the finance minister, everything is binary. It's either we have total confidence or you're done. You cannot lose confidence in your finance minister. You can't say, well, we're questioning it. It doesn't work like that. It's either all or nothing when it comes to the finance minister. No surprise that last week he said he had total confidence. Remember, it was in and of itself extraordinary that a prime minister has to say this. And many of us thought, methinks he doth protest too much. Having to say that was a sign in politics that something's not right. But of course, now they've obviously had a very intense private conversation. Prime Minister's come back from vacation. And now this is a prime minister that is not afraid to make tough decisions. Remember, it was Justin Trudeau, when he was just freshly minted as the leader, that told Liberal senators, lifelong senators, senators that had served with his father, you're out. There's no more Liberal senators. Their guts were hanging out after that. So there is a ruthless side to Justin Trudeau when he needs it. And some will argue that he's saving his own bacon here because the ethics commissioner is investigating him as well on the We Charity. And they've got to, someone's got to take the fall. And it looks like right now that person is Bill Morneau.
And so who might replace him? And I want to ask you this question. Do you have to be elected to be the finance minister? Because we did hear a lot about Mark Carney, his name being bandied around. Who's waiting in the wings here?
Well, you don't have to be elected. Stephen Harper very famously appointed someone to his cabinet when he had no one in Quebec. He needed someone from Quebec, a former senator. But it's not going to happen. There's no way to appoint someone right now. It wouldn't look good. Mr. Carney is obviously long been coveted by both the Liberals and the Conservatives. So far, he's silent. Full disclosure, I've known him for many, many years on a personal level, him and his family. But I have no inside knowledge on that. But we know that he's being bandied around. We know that he's highly coveted. But, that happens a lot. People think that they can come in and ride in on a horse and save the day. He's not elected. He doesn't have a riding. Now, if Mr. Morneau resigns, as we know he will, that means there may be a by-election in a highly coveted riding in downtown Toronto. So who runs there? That will be speculated if Carney runs there. But They'll need someone now. Does Chrystia Freeland take over? She doesn't have a lot of, I mean, she was a business journalist, but she's never been a CEO. Does she become the finance minister? Does the president of the Treasury Board, who's an economics professor, become the finance minister? Is it an interim finance minister and there's a bigger cabinet shuffle? But when you lose the finance minister, we should now expect a very, very major cabinet shuffle at some point in the next couple weeks.